Hey, my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. I am really quite excited about today because today is all about welding. I am now part of Team ESAB. I am very excited and humbled to be part of their team and be using their welders, plasma cutters, have their helmets, and have their support. So, a good friend of mine, I think you know who it is, Mr. Ian Johnson from the Big Tire Garage. He is going to be giving me a Zoom welding lesson today. This really couldn't come at a better time because, as you guys know, we're finishing up the cage with Nessie, just tacking everything in and finishing the last couple of tubes in the next couple of days. And I'm actually an okay welder, welding flat to flat. But the cage is round. It's made of tubes. So yeah, that's definitely a technique that I'm gonna ask him, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I kind of get that technique kind of under my belt and really good, and we can start welding up that cage pretty soon. So let's go get ready for the call.
Welcome to Team ESAB, Holly.
Thanks. I'm super happy to be part of the team. I'm excited.
So let's, what have you unboxed everything? Let me see what you got. Show me what you got. Okay, so you got the machine all on the cart, loaded up. Oh, you got your free wire in there that came with the machine. Good stuff.
I did. And then we have the Cutmaster 30 and 40 here.
Oh, you got the 30. And yeah, I don't even have the 30 yet. Look at you. Nice.
Sorry. And all the Victor stuff. And then the helmets, which are, I have to say, are pretty incredible.
Which ones did you get? Did you get 50s or 60s?
I got a 50 and a 60.
The 60's bad, man. That's a bad helmet. That's the best helmet in the world right now. So spin me around so I can see the screen of the machine, and then I'll show you what you're going to do.
Okay.
So what you're on right now, are you on regular MIG or S-MIG? You're on regular MIG. Oh, you're on S-MIG. Perfect. That's going to be probably 90% of where you weld.
Okay.
Is on S-MIG. What size wires in the machine? 8 millimeter.
0.030.
0.8 millimeter for you girls from England. All right. So all you need to do is that top here. Let's first do this. Go back to the zoom in on that screen a little bit.
Oh, zoom in. Here we go.
Okay. Push that button. Push the big round thing in the middle. All right. Go all the way over to the right to settings. Okay. Go up. See on the left-hand side where it looks like a picture of the screen?
Yeah.
So go up and select that. Put that bad boy on advanced. So over one, click there.
Okay.
Now go back. So go back, scroll, spin it to the left, go down to the home. Now let's go back to S-MIG. So that's you're going to select your wire, which is 030. So click that.
Yep.
Okay. So now you see that thing in the bottom right now, that's your trim voltage setting.
Okay.
The picture explains it perfectly. So if you're ever welding something, you need more wire on it. Like if you're doing like an outside corner of a angle and you want to grind it smooth later, you're going to turn the bottom knob to the left, and that's going to add more wire to the weld.
Okay.
And then if you're welding something thick, you're going to turn it a little bit to the right. You can just play with that while you weld with it. That's nice to have on there.
It's the electrician. Sorry, I'm doing a video right now. Yeah.
He can be in a video. It's all right.
You can come on in. It's okay. Walter's upstairs. Can you come? There's a lot going on when you set up a shop.
It's just how it works. It's never going to stop, Holly. It's going to be great.
Oh, good though. It's exciting.
It is. Okay.
It's a little bubbly.
You sure the gas? Oh, is your gas actually flowing? Pull the trigger and listen by the nozzle.
Oh.
No, don't do it down there. Just hold it in the air.
Not entirely sure.
Trim it, do it again, and then let me look at the tack, and then we'll see.
You see that?
Yeah, I don't think your gas is on. Go back over to let me see your tank. Show me the top of your tank. When you pull the trigger, So do you see that thing on the left? Oh, wait, let me see the back of your machine. Let me see the back of your machine. Hold on. Let me look at mine, double check. No, you got it in the right one. Your gas is feeding into that one that looks like a MIG gun, right? It's on the right hand side. Yep. Okay. So grab your gun and just come over to this machine for a second. We want to make sure the little ball jumps up in that flow meter. Okay, so when you pull the trigger, you should see a little ball jump up inside that. Yep, right there. See that ball at the bottom? Pull the trigger. Hold it down for a second.
No ball.
What happens if you hold the trigger down? Nothing?
No.
Okay, see that knob to the left?
Yes.
Turn it. That knob that your hand's on right now, that sets the amount of gas that comes out of that meter. It probably was bottomed out. Can you turn it both ways right now?
No, just one.
Okay, there you go. Turn it to the left 3 or 4 turns.
Okay.
Now pull the trigger. Now pull the trigger, see what happens.
Yeah.
Where's the ball go? Keep going. Keep turning. Keep going.
10, 15.
You're gonna want it at somewhere around like 35.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect. Now trim the wire and let's do attack.
Okay.
Is that better?
No.
No, that's no gas. Hit it with another one. Oh, okay. Go over to your machine.
Okay.
See your MIG gun that you put that MIG gun into that machine, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Okay. My guess is inside that machine, there's a little on the far right side. There's a little knob thing. Back that one all the way out.
Oh yeah.
I think your MIG gun's not in all the way. So back it out a bunch and then push that, because you didn't back that out when you put the MIG gun in, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think that MIG gun's not in all the way. So grab the front of that thing and shove it in the hole.
There we go.
There we go. Now screw it back in.
You know what's so funny? Is that
the
guy who I watched do this said that's what his students do all the time.
Well,
I was like, I'm such a great student. Okay, that's way better.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so Holly, here's what I want you to do. So now watch my screen. If you look here, when you basically what you want to do, so imagine that this is the wire is where the heat is all the time. Okay, so that's what makes it hot. So if you're welding a piece of 3/16 inch steel here to a piece of 1/8 inch tubing, you can't just go like equidistant in between the two, because this is going to get hotter before this gets hot. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So what you want to do is when you're welding this, what you're going to do is you're actually going to start with the wire. This is stuck out too far. You want to keep this nozzle like 3/8 of an inch away from there. So super close, but I'm letting it stick out so you can see the wire. Okay. So what you want to do is you're going to you're almost going to lift the handle up. So the torch is actually pointed at the flat part.
Yeah.
Then you're going to pull the trigger. And then as soon as it starts welding, you're going to see this part start to melt. And then what you do you're going to basically move the torch. And when you move it, you're going to pull it up and then back down and then up and back down. And that's basically what you're doing. You're basically connecting the two. It's almost like sewing the two together.
Okay.
But you want to spend more time with the torch pointed at this 3/16 plate because it's thicker. It's also, you're welding into the center of this plate, so it's actually a lot stronger. The edge of this, there's a greater chance this is going to burn away. So it's called the whip. So what you want to do is you're basically going to pull the trigger as soon as you see it weld. And when I say move it, it's going to be like maybe 1 second here, half a second up there. So it's like weld, 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 and that's all you're going to do all the way around the tube.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Let's see you try it. See what you got. That's perfect.
Huh.
So right now it's a little cold. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I think whenever you weld, it like turns the speaker off for some reason, but that's all right. So if you look at that weld right now, it's a little cold.
Okay.
See how it looks like it's like sitting on top of the metal versus like going into the metal?
Yeah.
So that's either you can slow down a little bit and make it get in a little bit more, or you can turn the voltage up. But you see the center of that weld? The center of that weld is perfect.
Okay.
The start and stop were a little cold. That just means you started moving a little fast.
Okay.
But
I gotta
that's
slow
it.
down.
You're ready to weld. You're good to go.
That's it. You need anything welded?
Weld that race car together. So here, let me show you two more. So grab the camera from Walter and show me the screen again, and I'll show you what else you got.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll be using this, but so what you've got in that welder is you were lucky you got the 205 AC/DC. We weren't sure if we are going to get you that one. So click that center button and go home again.
Okay.
Okay. So what you have with that welder is SMIG, which is what I would weld with. That's what I do most of the time.
Yeah.
So go up right above it. You got that's normal MIG. I mean, that if someone comes over and they're a welder and they want to set their own settings, that's where they do it.
Okay.
Flux core. So you go up one more. When you go to King of the Hammers, buy yourself a roll of flux core wire, take this welder with you, and then you'll have a welder and you don't need gas. So you have that option.
Oh, okay.
And so that's just for like trail repair and stuff. And here, click on that flux core button right now. When you weld flux core, you have to change the polarity on the welder, so it'll tell you. So what you need to do whenever you weld flux core, you put the ground in the one that says plus.
In the one that says
yep,
the positive.
You're going to swap those two leads when you weld flux core, but don't do that now. Okay, so now let's go back. So stick welding is above that. That's like, I don't know if you'll ever do that, but if that's another thing you could do if you're ever in the field and then you need no MIG gun or nothing, you just need the arc stinger, you can weld with that. To the right one more, that's DC TIGs. That's all your steel TIGs. That's anytime you need to do any type of TIG welding, you've got that. Okay. You've got your TIG kit with your machine. Yeah. And then the next one is AC TIG. That's all your aluminum. So if you need to do any aluminum welding, that's where you do it.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. Everything you need to do is in one machine right there. You'll never need another welder ever again.
Never ever.
Nope. So now all you got to do is just practice a bunch.
I know. And do you know what I'm doing the rest of today? Practicing a bunch. The other day I tried to weld because I was just doing lines on the plate. And then I was like, oh, let's try a tube. And oh my goodness. I don't even know if I have it here. It was pretty special. It was fantastic, actually. I was like, I don't quite know what that is, but okay, we'll roll with it.
I can probably tell you exactly what you did wrong. And that's here. How can you get that welder close to your Jeep? I don't want you to weld on it. I just want to show you something.
Yeah.
Okay. Show me that. Take the camera and show me that joint on your front grill shell there. Yeah, that's good. Now pick up your torch, your MIG gun in your hand. You don't need it in both hands, just in one.
Yep.
And I'll show you the pantomiming process of welding that joint. So if I'm going to weld that joint, I'm going to take that MIG gun and put it right at that pointy part on the top. And then what I would do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to work the gun all the way down towards the engine. So pretend you're welding it and show me how you do that.
Okay. Let's first get the camera so you can see. There we go.
Fine. Yep.
Like maybe, would we go up like from side to side?
Yeah, but here's why your weld joint went goofy on you. This is probably why you had a problem with yours. You're used to when you do what we call coupon cowboy. It's like you're just used to doing this, right? You're going bzz, 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 like that.
Yeah.
When you weld this, I'm gonna have to back you up so you can see the torch. When you weld this joint, you have to make sure that as you weld it, the handle goes around the joint. So you were probably welding like this, and the handle stayed here, and you went weld, 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 weld. Got out of position there. You have to pretend there's like a string from here to here. and you basically have to pivot that whole
Correct.
thing around. And sometimes you'll like pivot it, and then you got to spin the gun as you go and weld all the way around like that.
I wondered how people did that all in one.
It's no, everyone will tell you they do it all in one. It's a lie. They're all lying to you. No one does it in one. A joint like that on the front of your truck would be minimum 2, probably 3 passes. Like I do one side, then I do the other side, and then I do the bottom.
Okay.
That's how I would do it. It's not, you some guys can go all the way around, but it's not worth it. You can just go from one, the other, and then, and the other thing you do, always start where you're tacked. That way you burn that tack in, then you can run around, the tack will disappear. All right. Well, Holly, we're almost out of time according to Mr. Zoom Machine here. So have fun with your welder.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anytime. And if you need anything, never hesitate to call.
Oh, I won't.
All right, Holly. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so we're not long off that call, and honestly I have been trying to find little scraps of tube from Nessie and just kind of practicing. Let me switch you around and kind of show you what I did 2 days ago compared to what I did today with Ian and then after the call. I mean, yeah. And then I did a million sort of lines and just kind of, you know, played around doing that. I moved on to kind of this right here. So I did text this one to Ian because I really like the look of this one. And he told me, awesome, but they're looking a little fat. So I changed the setting to be a little hotter and it started laying a little flatter, which is super cool. And then I was just kind of playing around. These are circles, this is back and forth. This is another kind of circle motion. And this was, this was push, or this was pull. And this was back and forth. So just kind of having fun with it in my wee little welding corner. That is kind of it today in a nutshell, as Ian would say. And I'm really, really happy and thankful that we kind of had that lesson. Hopefully we can do a couple more. It's just getting familiar with a new machine, a new technique, and a new skill. You know what I mean? No one's perfect at it the first time. Welding really is kind of something that I'm really getting into and enjoying. It actually takes all the focus onto one thing instead of being pretty chaotic at the moment. And I find it pretty therapeutic. Is there something that you find specifically therapeutic, like knitting or baking, gardening, something like that? Let me know what kind of calms your soul. But welding is definitely up there for me. I'm gonna go back and do some more practicing. Just busy, busy days. I cannot wait to see you guys in the morning. You're gonna wanna see what we've been doing to Ness. You guys are gonna like it, I think. Anywho's, I gotta go. I gotta weld. I'll see you in the morning.